All right, it's a little past noon and we are going to get started here. So the topic today is overcoming 16 lead killing mistakes remodelers make with their websites. We all have to care about our websites today because we are in the digital age, and how you're found online and how your online presence is portrayed to your new customers is important when it comes to lead generation. So I'm going to walk you through the classic mistakes that people make and how you can avoid it. So before I dive in, I want to ask a quick question. Why do digital marketers love to shop at Whole Foods? If you're not familiar with Whole Foods, it's a supermarket where they sell a lot of fruits and vegetables. Why do you think digital marketers love to shop at Whole Foods? I'll answer it for you. It's because they have a lot of organic content. Just like the way we choose to nourish our bodies with organic food, healthy food, because we want clear skin, we want to maintain the optimal weight. Just like that, you should look at your business and your website to see if you are getting organic leads. And I'm going to describe to you what organic leads means. If you were to look at the traffic, so this is an example of one of my clients, how they are acquiring their users that are coming to their website. And if they have 11,000 people coming to their website, 7,000 are direct. What does direct mean? They know the brand. They're finding them through a search term. Who gets a lot of direct traffic? Large brands, Amazon, Home Depot. And you could potentially be a well-known remodeler, a loved remodeler in your neighborhood, that your direct traffic could be higher than your organic traffic. Your organic traffic is important because when somebody is searching for your service, when they're trying to find a custom home builder, a kitchen remodeler, a bathroom remodeler, you want to be found online. And so it's important that you care about this number. Typically, when we look at remodeling websites, the organic traffic is between 65 to 70 people coming to your website. Just like the way you set goals for your revenue numbers, I want to have $1 million in revenue. I want to be $5 million in revenue. You have to have a goal of what your organic search is. How many people are finding your website and coming to your website organically, which means your website is ready and it's geared to bring that traffic in. And then we can also, when you go into Google Analytics, you can look at social, referral, a lot of other sources, but it's important as a business owner that you care and know how many people are organically finding your website today. And this is free information. It's just a line of code that you take and you install on your website, and it's going to be easy for you to figure out where the traffic is coming from. So what we're going to cover today is how Google search works, the anatomy of a Google search results page, how to perform a site search, and I'm going to quickly walk you through the 16 mistakes remodelers make to websites. And if there's time, we'll do some Q&A. You're welcome to pop in your questions into chat. All right, a little bit about me. Why should you listen to me? So I am a mom to 2 boys. I live here in Northern California. I am just like any other business owner. 11 years ago, I woke up and I said, I don't want to have a corporate job anymore. I just want to run my own business. When I looked around with my 2 boys, I was just playing with them with Lego all the time. We were building trains and houses and cars. And so I was like, okay, are there any Lego programs? And when I looked around, there were a few, but none that were really fun. So I just built a curriculum. I, just like every other business owner, went and built my first website on Wix. I've built websites on Wix, on Squarespace, on Kajabi. And when I built my first website, I said, okay, now what? How are people going to find these amazing programs? How are the parents in the local neighborhoods going to find my programs? And that's what set me down the path of digital marketing, where I literally not only learned, but I did everything that you're required to do, which is how are you found online? How much organic traffic do you have coming to your website? Does your business need a Facebook account, an Instagram account? What is analytics? What is on-site SEO? What is off-site SEO? I did the work, and in 3 years, the business hit $1 million in revenue. And it was not by chance that I was able to hit $1 million in revenue, because children's education programs are very competitive in the neighborhood where I live, because there's Google and Facebook, and there's just a lot of competition. And so there's tons of other people vying for the same parents to send their kids to the programs. But I was able to work and get over the noise because I employed or I use digital marketing to achieve my goals. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I am not just one of those, oh, let me just watch some YouTube videos and become a digital marketer. I have done the work. I have run $1 a day Facebook ads. I've done the lost the money, made the money. And so when you're choosing to work with a digital marketing company, you want to know whether the principal of the business has really done the work and understands what it takes to scale a business. So this business still exists. I have a team that runs it. We are going into season 11 this year. So through the path of growing Brain Mind, the children's education business, I used to attend networking meetings. And during those networking meetings, I would meet other business owners, just like us, with hopes and dreams, had a cool idea, want to make money online. And so when I spoke to many of them, they all were doing the same thing. Just go pull a website, start posting on social media, and then wait. Oh, why am I not getting any revenue? What's happening? And then that's when I realized the power of Google, right? If you don't have your Google business profile claim, if your website is not indexed on Google, you can have the most amazing ideas. You don't exist in the world. Your website needs to be connected to the Google search algorithm for you to get those people that are looking for your product or service. And today we all have a cell phone in our hands and we know how we behave. We go online when we're trying to eat some food, buy a pair of shoes, find a remodeler, right? And so when I looked at the difference between the other business owners and what I was doing, the main difference was I cared about Google and I was running Google ads. I built out my Google business profile. You can go take a look at BrainMind's Google business profile. There's about 70 Google reviews. I made a plan to get reviews on Google. And so during that process, I learned that Google has what is called a Grow with Google program. The Grow with Google program is a small business program where Google invites business owners to become a part of it. It's a little bit of a tedious process where you apply and you become a part of it. The cool thing about being a part of that is if anybody has a problem with their Google business profile, I have a direct connection with the Grow with Google team at the Google headquarters here in Mountain View. And so we're able to quickly solve problems. And the more I learned about Grow with Google, I realized that it was valuable for me to be a partner because pretty soon all my friends in those networking groups, I was helping them set up their Grow with Google business profiles. And so through the process of helping these people, I realized that my strategies work. And so I concluded that I only wanted to work with remodeling contractors because remodeling is very similar to a summer camp business. The way a parent searches and tries to find a summer camp business to send their child to within a 25-mile radius or a 30-mile radius is very similar to how a homeowner is trying to find a high-quality remodeler. And so my skills that I have gained over the past decade directly transfers over to remodelers, and I completely enjoy working with remodelers. So my digital marketing agency exclusively works with remodeling contractors, and I have a goal that I want to help 100 remodeling businesses unbox the true potential of their own business using data. This is the number one mistake that people make. You need to know how many people are coming to your website. If you spend $1,000 in ads, you should care what was your return on ad spend. You need to have data be an integral part of your digital marketing strategy. If you just say, I'm going to spend $1,000, $1,500 a month, and I don't know what I'm getting out of it, you'll never go far. And so I'm also a member of the National Association of Remodelers. I'm a member of the National Kitchen and Bathroom Association, and all of this is in an effort to exclusively work with remodeling contractors. Through the process of scaling my children's education business and now helping several remodeling contractors, I came up with what I call a digital dominance strategy. Every business can digitally dominate the niche that you want to serve people in. At the center of the digital dominance strategy is your company. It does not matter what kind of a company you are. This dominance strategy will work no matter what kind of a business you are. The foundation is your website. Clean domain, good email practices, a lovely website. You got your on-page and off-page SEO. The next is your local SEO. Does Google even know that your lovely website exists? Is it indexed on Google search? Do you know what Google Maps is? Is your business listed on Google Maps? Have you cataloged your business in Apple Maps and Yahoo and Bing? That's the second step, which is going to get you found in local search. The third is paid search. You can do Facebook ads, Google ads, local services ads, Bing ads. Google has a local services ads guaranteed program where you can run ads. And of course, there's the magic of retargeting. You can just chase people around till they say, yes, I like you, I want to do business with you. Or they say, stop, go away, I don't want to see you anymore. The most common thing that I see is people come, set up a cool idea, set up a website, and immediately start running ads. This is not going to serve you because your presence, are you connected to the World Wide Web? Then you go and you spend all the dollars, you're going to get amazing results. Number 4 is reviews. Reviews are something that we cannot ignore today. If you're going and buying a pair of socks on Amazon, the first thing that your eye is drawn to is how many stars am I seeing? What do other people think about it? Especially in remodeling, which is a very personal business because you're going into people's homes, you're standing in their kitchen, a space that they, hang out with their family. They want to know that the person that's coming in is a good human that's endorsed by other homeowners that have had positive experiences. Therefore, reputation management is a huge piece of any service-based business, but particularly remodeling businesses. Once you have your reputation management in, you've been running some ads, you've collected some leads, now you're going to have a database that you can email market to. You can do email marketing, social media marketing, referral, video marketing. This is a ton of things that you can do today with technology. And then it's never a bad idea to keep doing the old-fashioned techniques of marketing, which is flyers and postcards. But there is still very technology and data-driven ways of doing this. Today, you can put a pixel on your website, and when somebody comes to your website, you can immediately send them a postcard, right, through direct mail. And I have done that for my education business. I would track the parents that came to the website, and immediately they would get a beautiful postcard that says, welcome, here's $200 off a week of summer camp. Are you interested? We are doing that for one of our remodeling contractors who's a roofer, giving a $3,000 off via a postcard for every website visitor. So this is old-fashioned, where we advertise in catalogs and magazines, and people don't have the time to be reading anything physical anymore. Even a book we're reading on a Kindle or an iPad. And so we don't need to forget those old-fashioned techniques, but we can take that and digitize it today and still get the benefits of it. And so the reason why this digital dominant strategy is a circle is because digital marketing is not something where you say, oh, I'm in the mood for it. Like, I'll do it the first quarter for 90 days. I can spend, $3,000. I'll see what it gets me, and then I'm going to stop. Digital marketing is something that works when you commit to it. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to run local services ads and Facebook ads and go crazy posting on TikTok and Instagram. Pick the 4 or 5 things, get your foundation done, be connected to the World Wide Web, to Google search, pick the 5 to 7 things that do well for you, rinse and repeat, right? It's a circle because it's not something that you just do a little bit of and forget about it. If you really want to go from $1 million to $2 million to $5 million, you're going to be doing, finding the things that work for your brand, putting more money into it, removing the things that don't work for you, and keep at it. 3 things I know for sure from scaling a business is anyone can generate leads online, but there's noise. You don't want nonsense leads. You must customize. People need to know why you're cool, who do you serve, why you're unique, and why they need to choose you. So you must customize. And business today can really be easy with technology, right? We're not just advertising in a catalog and waiting for business to happen. You can have your phone ring today if you choose to do digital marketing right. So the first thing to understand is how search works. When I say search, I'm referring to Google search. It's important that you understand how Google search works. It's because people are finding your cool or not so cool website on search. The best way to understand search is to think of it as a library. We all have been to a library because we all like books, right? So the Google algorithm is like a giant library. All the websites in there are similar to the books. There's a business owner that wakes up and says, I have this cool idea. I'm going to build a brand, and says, I'm going to find a web developer, builds a 3 to 5 page website. The main difference between the Google library and the conventional brick and mortar library where we go and we check out books is that In a conventional library, there is a librarian. The task of the librarian is to receive the books and catalog them and say, oh, this is travel, this is cooking, this is a children's book, this is fiction, right? So the librarian takes the books and they catalog it. In the Google algorithm, there is no librarian. The door in the Google library is actually on the back. Unlike a conventional library, where there's a door on the front, there's a librarian waiting at the front and welcoming the books in. In a Google library, there's so many thousands of people that wake up and say, I have a fantastic business idea. I'm building a website, and plonk, they throw it into the Google library. The Google library has no librarian, and the Google bot now starts crawling and says, who is this? What is this website? What is it about? Okay. It tries to organize the information. It tries to index the information. It's like, is it a remodeler in Illinois, Chicago? Is it a remodeler in San Francisco, California? Where is this remodeler? What do? They do kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling? Oh, well, I'm not sure. Okay, a bot, right? Google algorithm gives up on you. How are you going to help the Google algorithm that does not have a librarian stack you in the correct category of remodeler that does high-end kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Illinois, California, serves a 50-mile radius, is by having a well-built website that has all of the relevant pertinent information on your pages, on your website. So when you take that website and you throw it into the Google algorithm, the bot's going to quickly crawl and it's going to say, yep, I get it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into the shelf of the best remodelers in this city, in this state, in the United States. So because there is no conventional librarian, the burden is on you, the dreamer, the business owner, to teach the Google algorithm who you are, who you serve, and why you're cool or why you're different. So you want to remember the bot is crawling and indexing billions of pages. And so when someone searches, if your website is built well, does not have errors on it, Google's going to say, when somebody says best kitchen remodeler near me, it's going to go grab your website off the shelf and feed it on that search page. The searcher, the potential client, is going to click on it and they're going to land on your website. And so it's important that, when I talk to people, they just care about the photos on the website, right? The algorithm does not even care about the photos. The algorithm needs to have the relevant text and the content, not only what people are seeing on the website, but also in the meta descriptions. So the algorithm can be trained over and over. And like a librarian, like a great librarian, put you in the correct category. So when there's a searcher that comes, it's going to find you. So this is why websites are important. Now that we know how the algorithm works, when somebody searches, what do we see? We are all familiar, right? We probably go to this search query 100 times a day today, right? Everybody, Google is the world's largest search engine. When somebody goes here and they type a search query, this is how a search results page looks. There's the page titles, right? There's the descriptions. Where are these coming from? From the website. Who is writing them? Your web building team. And so nonsense in, nonsense out. Amazing content in, amazing content out. So what you see on a Google search results page is created by you and your website team. There's the URLs. Are your URLs clean? Does Google know that you want business from 10 cities in California? Redwood City, Palo Alto, Menlo Park, San Jose, San Francisco. Google doesn't know that. The librarian doesn't know that. You have to tell the librarian, I want business from all of these cities. So you should have areas pages, location pages, and you need to build those pages out because those URLs will keep teaching the algorithm who you are. You want clean page descriptions. So then the algorithm knows, okay, they do custom home building. Oh, they only do ADUs. Oh, this is only a kitchen and bathroom remodeler, right? The algorithm doesn't know who you are. So you're going to have clear page descriptions. And look, there's only room for 2 lines. So those 2 lines are important, right? The meta descriptions are important in how you write them, how well you write them, that you are teaching the algorithm who you are. As well as if you've claimed your Google business profile, you're going to see your Google business profile. And depending on the kinds of ads you run, there can be text ads, Google ads. So I'm going from the top of a page, just showing you the anatomy of a search results page, right? So all of these things exist. And Again, there's going to be searches that appear at the very bottom of the page. And typically what you're going to see is, now that I've opened up your eyes to the anatomy of a search results page, Google bookends the search results page with ads. Why? Google's a business. They're in it to make money. And so if you're not choosing to run ads and you've built a website, your website should at least have the relevant pertinent information that it lands somewhere in the middle of all of these ads, right? The top is ads, the next is the triple pack or the Google business profile. Then you're going to have the Angies, the Home Advisor, the Yelp, all the big dogs that can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads. And so through all of this noise, if you're trying to cut the noise and have your website be found on the first page, you need to have a website that's mistake-free and that can really, it's cataloged, right? It's you're teaching the algorithm who you are. So it's really easy to build a good website that's indexed and cataloged and can be found online. All right, so let's dive into the mistakes, right? So mistake number one, your website is not indexed on Google. How do you figure out if your website is indexed on Google or not? It's really simple. So when you go and you look at the pages, right? So this is just an example of a remodeling business. There's the FAQs, there's the policies, there's the about. You see how all of these pages are showing up, which means these pages are indexed. And some are not indexed. So here is an example of one of my clients where we have indexed every page. How do you search whether your website is indexed or not? Very simple. Go to a Google search window and say site : yourbrandname.org, .com, whatever your URL is. Immediately, the Google search page is going to show you a list of pages. So let's say you built out a beautiful website. It has a home page. It has an about us page. You built a bathroom page, a kitchen page, and then a contact us page. And you go do site : yourbusinessname.com and you see 2 pages. And you're like, well, there's 10 pages on my website. Well, hello, Google does not even know those 8 other pages exist because those pages are not indexed. And so when you go and you simply search for any website, site : yourwebsitename.com.org, however your website, your business is named, every website that, or every web page on your website should be cataloged here. If it's not cataloged, it's very easy to index it because see right here on the top, Google will tell you, do you have a search console? Because it's a search console that's talking to the algorithm. So every business must have a search console that's connected to Google Analytics, which is connected to your website. That's how you index and you catalog, because the bot is going to crawl. How are we going to know that this librarian, this Google librarian, is seeing our pages or not? Right? We don't know. It's not like going into the library and saying, hey, librarian, I'm going to Spain. I need a travel book on Spain. And they're like, okay, come on over, go here, aisle A, on the right side, right? How do you teach? How do you know whether Google's seeing your pages or not? Through this Google console. So that's the first thing. You want to be sure that your amazing, beautiful website, Google's even seeing it, that the algorithm is seeing it. Mistake number 2, assuming that visitors start on the home page. The most common thing that I see when I design websites with clients is that they want to spend hours and days on the home page. The reality is people don't come in from the home page. People do go to the home page eventually, but people are in areas, right? We live in communities, we live in cities. And so people come from services or areas pages. And so if you don't have a service or an area page, Google doesn't know whether to send that person to your homepage or not, because they're like, well, this remodeler, I don't know if they're in New Jersey. Well, perhaps let me just show the next one, right? So you've lost that business by virtue of not having a services or an area page. So it's really important for you to identify the 10 to 15 cities that you want business from. Have a services page for each of those. So services is kitchen, bathroom, maybe that's all you do, or kitchen, bathroom, custom home builds, you do backyards, you do windows, siding, roof, right? Everything is a page. It's a services page. So you need to have those services pages. Then you need to let Google know, I want business from these 15 cities. So you're going to have 15 city pages, right? So a well-built remodeler website is going to have between 40 to 45 pages, depending on how big your dream is, how many cities that you want your business from. And think about it, when somebody's searching, Google doesn't care about your homepage. Google wants to know this person is searching for a kitchen remodel and they live in Austin, Texas. So therefore, I'm going to pull this website off my library shelf and I'm going to feed it to the searcher. If you don't have your services and area page, you're losing out on business, because that is the main entry point of most searchers. And then comes the home page. About Us page is huge. It's huge in the remodeling business. People want to know who the general contractor is. How many years has the general contractor been in business? Are you license B? Are you license C? What kind of license do you carry? If you're doing roofs, do you carry the correct insurance, the liability insurance? So people love going and looking at the About Us page. Do you have an in-house team that performs the projects, or do you subcontract everything, right? So when we build out About Us pages, we define all of this. And of course, people try to reach you, they go to a Contact Us page. So assuming that visitors start on the home page is a big mistake. Mistake number 3, just taking some photos on your phone and just slapping it onto your website. Because if I am trying to remodel my bathroom or my home or add an addition, I don't want to look at a picture like this. It really doesn't tell me much about what your remodeling skills are. I'd like to see some before and afters. I'd like to see maybe some videos of your beautiful work, right? So remember that the photography that you're posting on your website is a reflection of you. It's not just, oh, let me just, build out a website. So have fewer photos perhaps, but make sure that those photos are high quality. The bigger contractors that get to the $25 million in revenue have an in-house videographer. You win a contract, the videographer goes, does a before video, does an after video. Why do we want videos? YouTube is the second largest search engine. Google's, of course, number one. YouTube, which is again owned by Google, is the second largest search engine. You have a plan in place to post videos on YouTube and you have a well-built website, your business is going to become unstoppable. So you need to care about how your pictures are portrayed, because they need to look professional. They need to look crisp and beautiful, not just a random photo that's dated and inadequate, just slapped onto your website. Mistake number 4 is all images have the same title, or it just says JPEG.3926, JPEG.3927, right? Again, think about how the Google algorithm works. The librarian needs to know who you are. So please help the librarian figure out who you are by naming your photos. What can you name this? Beautiful home edition in Illinois, Chicago. Beautiful kitchen remodel in whatever city that was. These are all little nuggets of information that you're able to share with the Google algorithm, because it's going to learn you, it's going to learn about you, it's going to love you, it's going to remember you, it's going to pull you off that shelf every time somebody searches for you in your city. And so if you just have photos, how do you know whether your photos are titled or not? Just go to your homepage and right click, and your photo is going to say what the name of that is. It's called alt text, and you cannot have image 1. This is the most common things that we see. Keep your images fresh. Make sure that your images are compressed, because if you just take like large photos and just put it on your website, it's going to be really hard for your website to load. And today people are, we're in a world of instant gratification. I go to a website, I don't see the website load. Well, hello, I'm done. I'm just going to another website. So your images should be optimized. They should be named properly. They should be sized properly. And this in itself will enhance the user experience, that they're more likely to do business with you. Mistake number 5 is, sorry, my mouse is being a little sensitive here. Mistake number 5, not using a mobile optimized design. This is like so hard. Look at this, right? You got to like scroll right and left. This is a mobile optimized design. And today, when we look at traffic, the source of the traffic, so not only do you care about whether the traffic is direct or organic, if it's coming from social media, you care about, what are they coming from? An iPad? Are they coming from a desktop? Are they coming from an iPhone or an Android? And 85% of traffic is coming from cell phones. And so if your website is not optimized, you're going to have what is called a very high bounce rate, and you don't want people to bounce and leave your website, which means they're going to the next remodeler. and you're losing out on business. So mobile-friendly websites, organized content, easy to find, pages that load fast, they all will help you convert those leads. Mistake number 6, bad grammar, spelling errors. 59% of people get turned off by bad grammar. Today, we have no excuse to write poorly because we have ChatGPT, we have other content creation tools like Zim Writer, there's Bard, which is now called Gemini, which is Google's AI tool. There's so many resources that websites should not have bad grammar. And the reality is, no matter whether English is your first language or not, 74% of human brains are wired to notice mistakes. And people don't like to do businesses that have poor grammar and poor spelling. But believe it or not, it is something that I see a lot. And it's important that your website is proofed, grammatically right. Details matter. You're a remodeler. You're going to go and make that backsplash on a kitchen, or that the tiles align properly. If you don't have the patience to have the details on your website, where me as the homeowner, I'm coming in and I'm trying to make a decision whether I want to do business with you or not, and you haven't bothered to do that, to me, it tells me that you're not a detail-oriented person. I'd rather just go to another website where there's no bad grammar and mistakes. Mistake number 7, not investing consistently in SEO efforts. I speak to a lot of contractors who are trying to engage in digital marketing, and invariably everybody says, oh, I paid this agency $500 a month for SEO. Well, what do? I don't know. Here I am 1 year later, I have no results. SEO is really simple. There's on-site SEO, there's off-site SEO. On-site SEO, like I told you, those 2 lines, those meta descriptions, how is your URL named, clean naming convention of your URLs, all of that is on-site SEO. Then you need to have consistent content, because the Google librarian starts feeling lonely if the website doesn't have fresh content. And so you've got to keep feeding that website, that notebook, that website of yours that's hanging out in the Google algorithm with fresh content. The moment you post a blog, the moment you post a media article, the librarian's like, oh, there's some action. What's going on? Let me go crawl that website, and likes it. And so you want to have a routine, a rhythm on how often you're going to create content and how you're going to optimize your content. Are you going to have videos with your blog? How often are you going to post it? What topics are you posting about? And you want a cadence to that you're doing it right. And then the third is your off-site SEO, which is technical, which ties to your backlinks, your citations, right? And so if you're paying anybody any amount of money for SEO, at a minimum, you should see a blog. So I meet contractors who've been paying for SEO for over a year. They don't even have a blog on their website. We're able to go look at the backlinks because there's tools that exist. So in the 1 year, did they do backlinks? And so you need to have a consistent SEO plan. Don't have a lot of money, just do on-site SEO, just do blogs, just teaching the algorithm, hey, I'm here, this is what I did. You don't even need to come up with like very cool blog topics. Just take a project that you finished and say, this is a house in XYZ area. They came in, the client only wanted to spend $20,000 on a project. We went in and we were able to finish the project within the set timeline of 4 weeks, stuck to the budget. Here's the before, here's the after. Done. That's your blog. You don't need like keyword analysis, and that blog is going to have organic photos that you took from your before and after. It's going to talk about the city that you did the business in. It's going to describe how your service flowed. That is the best blog. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel and say, I'm not really a good content writer. It doesn't matter. The organic, what did I do? How did I serve my clients? That kind of blog is what Google likes, because it's very simple for Google to read it and say, oh, I get it. They did a kitchen remodel for $20,000. And so when somebody comes in and says, medium remodeler in this city, is going to remember, oh, that was a $20,000 project. That's medium. And if somebody says luxury and you have projects there that are $75,000 or over, Google's going to know. So basically the content that you're feeding on your website, the algorithm, the librarian is seeing and is able to take and show the right people. So you must have an SEO strategy. Mistake number 8, chat available only during certain business hours. So I don't know why some businesses like to do this, that they just turn off this chat. Today with technology, we don't need to turn off this chat. This chat can just be operational, but it needs to be tied to automation where people have the feeling of talking to a human, but they're actually talking to a bot. But just adding these little chat widgets, they just pop up on a website. You're going to have higher appointment booking because people are going to, the reality of today is that if you want a kitchen or a bathroom remodel to be able to afford that kind of a home upgrade, you need to be employed 9 to 5. You're not going to be able to afford a $30,000 kitchen or a $75,000 kitchen or a $1.5 million custom home. If you're, maybe you're wealthy by, you just have a cool family that you were born into, but the probability of that is low. We know that. And so it's the people that have to work 9 to 5, which means if they're dreaming about remodeling, they have the time when they are not working, which is after hours, when you are closed, or in the weekend. And so if you have a system where when people come to your website and they're able to have a conversation with the bot, they don't mind, you're going to get conversions. Mistake number 9, overly complicated navigation, right? Just want it to be simple. When people come, okay, they do storm damage, they do roofing, siding, interior projects, easy links. You don't want any link just going to a 404 page. You don't want those dead pages because the librarian knows, oh, that website has 5 404 pages. The librarian likes that website less than a page that has no 404 pages, right? So your link should be clean. There should be no dead ends, should not be overly complicated. If it's overly complicated, you're going to have a high bounce rate. You don't want that. Mistake number 10, too many contact phone numbers on your website. I'm going to add my cell phone number. What if somebody, the homeowner calls, let them call my cell phone number. Well, I have another 800 number that's answered by an answering service when I'm not working. So let me put that 800 number. And then perhaps, oh, well, my wife also works in the business. So maybe let me just add one more cell phone number. So I see websites where you go and you see 3 phone numbers, right? And put yourself in the shoes of the librarian, the Google algorithm. Google algorithm wants to remember that Signature Home Services is 951-444-6338 based in Apple Valley, Minnesota. It is called NAP, name, address, phone number. Over and over again, you have to teach the algorithm, this is my name, this is where I live, this is the phone number where you should be sending the leads to. That phone number that you want your leads to call should be the only phone number on your website, on the top, huge. When people come, they should be able to click it, they should be able to call you. So just coming up with these random hopes of oh, perhaps if I add another phone number, people are going to find me. You're actually hurting yourself by just adding too many contact phone numbers because the Google librarian says, I can't remember what the phone number is for this person is. So maybe it's not worth it. So in the priority of being pulled off that shelf to be shown to a searcher, you're going to go down. So how do you stay on top? How do you be best friends with the Google algorithm, best friends with the Google librarian? By having one clean contact number, a trackable number. Mistake number 11, not providing a secure experience. The website is not secure, right? This is such a simple fix, but it's because people don't know how to take a website and point it to a domain that websites are not secure. Google does not even see your website. You can have the most beautiful website in the world, but if it has that I, the not secure, the dangerous on the top left, sorry, you don't exist in the Google library. And so if it's important for you, the first thing you want to check is whether your connection is secure, because there's a lot of spamming, a lot of hacking. And again, Google is in it as a business. And what is their ultimate goal? To be the world's best search engine. They are only going to engage with people that have safe websites, that are built well, that have the correct information. So if your website is not secure, Google's not going to see you. You can go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on SEO. It's not going to matter because number one, your domain is not secure. The security comes from taking a WordPress website and pointing it properly to a GoDaddy domain or a Squarespace domain or a Google domain. The very simple step, but many people that build websites miss it, that you're going to see that not secure connection. Mistake number 12, you've got to have videos, right? You got to have videos showing off your work, because if you don't have multimedia, you're going to be less in Google's library, because Google loves videos. Every homepage must have a video. What is the best way to post that video? put the video on YouTube, grab the URL from YouTube, embed it on your homepage. Google's going to love it because all of their juice is just connected together. And so you must leverage video today. Mistake number 13, not having social proof. Again, people want to see, are you on Facebook? What did they say? Do you have an Instagram page? Are you posting beautiful photos? So you need that social proof to help your website be elevated so people choose you. Mistake number 14, no clear call to action. I come to your website, I look at your photos. What am I doing? I don't know. Am I chatting here? Am I pre-estimate? Call now, free inspection, whatever your offer is, whatever your point of entry of you coming in contact with the homeowner, that call to action must be big, not once, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. When they're trying to leave the page, there should be a form that should pop up, right? Because people have very short bandwidth today. We're in an instant gratification world. I like this brand. I want to do business. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Most websites feel like that. You want a clear call to action. And like I said, you want to have a huge call number right here because people like to call. It's just really convenient to call. So good call to action. Mistake number 15, slow lead follow-up, right? Somebody calls you, it's a Friday, the admin only comes into work on Monday. On Monday morning, they come, they check the list of leads. She has like other estimates she needs to run. She calls 2 leads. Well, Monday morning, the leads that called over the weekend, they're at work. They are busy, they don't answer the phone, you leave a voicemail. Then they call you back at 5 p.m., your admin's done for the day. That homeowner is lost. That homeowner has gone to another remodeler who was able to connect with them. It's not humanly possible for us to be business owners and be answering the phone 24/7 or having an admin that's answering the phone over the weekend. My agency actually offers a service where we call every lead to, validate the lead, as well as my team member is calling the leads on Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. I ran this as a test. And guess what? We had the most booked appointments on Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon because people actually answered the phone and said, yes, my head is clear now. I don't need to drive my kid to soccer. I don't need to think about my next meeting. I want to think about this kitchen remodel that's been huge for me. And so I'm not saying you need to work weekends, you need to employ a human to work weekends. I'm going to show you a solution that you can deploy in your business today because we are, after all, in the generation of Chat GPT and AI. And, in remodeling, if you're not putting AI to work for you, you're losing out on lead conversion. So slow lead follow-up, unconverted leads, which is the biggest problem in the remodeling industry, need not be your problem. You can solve it. So if you have live chat, I'm going to show you an example of what we're able to do for our clients today. If you have live chat where when somebody comes in on a Friday evening or a Saturday afternoon and they're able to book an appointment, ask questions, and you're using technology to do this for you, one, you're not only going to save a lot of money because you're not paying an employee. And the American culture is, perhaps it's worldwide. Nobody wants to work weekends. What is the premise of working weekends, right? You want to make the money and then have fun with your family over the weekend. And so today it's possible to put AI and technology to work for you. So I have built out a simple automation that I'm going to walk you through to understand what we are able to do for our clients today. And this is a combination of choosing humans during business hours, because you know what? You can have all the fantastic AI in the world. We are still human beings. We crave that social interaction, talking to mom on the phone, calling a friend on their birthday, right? So I'm not saying eliminate the human and just do AI. If you have the ability to have humans during business hours, but that human got up from their desk and took a restroom, they went to pee, and then you missed a call, they don't have to come back and listen to a voicemail, write down the number, and then call them and then go through the cycle of the other person not answering. We can have that missed call, have an AI bot reply back and book an appointment. So I want to orient you to what you're looking at. On the left side is a rectangle, which is our CRM, which stands for a customer resource management. This CRM is a large tool built by a very big company that we have taken and we have customized it for remodelers. We have built every kind of automation. We have integrated Chat GPT into it, and we are able to follow through on leads. So this specific example we have a lead that came in from a Google ad offer. And as soon as the lead saw the ad, they clicked on the ad, they liked the offer, excuse me, they came into the CRM. We created their contact, and immediately the bot says, so on the left side is the CRM, on the right side is the customer's cell phone. I'm going to show you how the bot talks to the lead that came in on a Friday evening, Saturday evening, Sunday, and converts that lead into a booked estimate appointment. You're going to have so few unconverted leads if you use AI today to book appointments for you. So as soon as this lead came in, the bot knows that they completed the form. And the first message that it sent out is, thanks for completing a form on Google to let us know that you're interested in a free vanity with a full bathroom remodel. And it says, it starts talking to them like a friend, right? Could you please let us know a little bit more about the project? And we always, by law, we have to give people the option to stop, to unsubscribe. You're telling them that they are the name of the business. People are going to be wowed if they come, they complete a form, they call a business, and immediately they get a text message. So it's an automation. You're going to watch it like a little video. I'll stop and I'll explain things. Okay, here we go. So here's the lead saying, please give me a price for a medium bathroom remodel. And there you go. The lead's message is now in the CRM. The bot is thinking. We've trained the bot. The bot says, our full bathroom remodel services range from $10,000 to $25,000. And now the lead says, does the offer have any conditions like the free vanity that I should be aware of, right? Because people are like, okay, I want the free vanity, $25,000. Are there anything that I should be aware of? Okay, the bot has received it. The bot is thinking, because we've trained the bot, we've written the content on the back end, we've told the bot, if somebody says any conditions, we think about the probable questions the human brain can come up with. And it says the free vanity value is up to $1,500 per bathroom. Okay, if they want a vanity that's more expensive than $1,500, they need to pay. Oh, well, okay, that's still a good deal. Okay, what is the timeline for completing the full bathroom remodel? The text is, the lead is now texting. You're going to see the message coming into our CRM. Did I probably? Okay, there you go. The timeline for completing a full bathroom remodel can vary based on permits. It can probably take up to 6 weeks. All right. Sounds good. The next step is to get started on your bathroom remodeling, is to book a project consultation with our contractor. Sure. Okay, they feel happy. They know that the offer conditions, they know the value of remodels that we do. Awesome. Now the bot says, what is your complete address? And then the lead is texting back and says, okay, this is my address. This is where I live. This is where I want the free vanity with the full bathroom remodel. And they're providing the address. You see the address. Now the bot has received the address. Now the bot's going to say, okay, let's say you have 2 project advisors and one works in certain cities, one works in other cities. We can train the bot to say, okay, go look up the calendar of this project advisor to see what time slots they have available. And the bot has looked it up and says, would 9 a.m., 11 a.m. on March 4th work? And then the homeowner is texting back and saying, let's do 1 p.m. The bot's again confirming, thinking, should I confirm the appointment? Yep, thank you. We will confirm your appointment shortly. And boom, done. So it's really easy today to use ChatGPT and clever technology and have an AI trained for your specific brand to convert those leads into estimate appointments. And this is something that we are able to do today. Really simple, quick, efficient way to take those unconverted leads and convert them into booked estimate appointments. So this is the CRM which is tied to a Google ad, which welcomes the lead when they come in and has this complete interaction. Well, if you liked what you heard and you would like for me to audit your website, I'd love the honor, the opportunity to hang out with you. You can just schedule what's called a growth plan call with me. Just go to growthplancall.com and you can schedule a session with me. I'd love to look at your website. You know, I'm not interested in selling you unless you're interested in doing business with me. I find it fun to look at other people's websites and give you solutions so you can be best friends with the Google librarian and get those leads in. I also have a Facebook group where you can hang out. There's several contractors in there. It's just facebook.com/group/remodeler digital. You can find me there. I also post a lot of content on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Again, Remodeler Digital, you will find me. And again, if you want to connect with me, you can simply go to growthplancall.com. So that's pretty much the information I have for you today. I hope you got a ton of value and it gave you, 2 to 3 things that you could potentially go and work